Hello, I'm Richard Graves from Lexington Furniture Industries, and we're very proud to be start on.
Yeah, you know what? I'd like to start without you holding that up, just
Okay.
because I want to put your name and
Okay.
company underneath.
I thought the first time was the best.
Yeah, that was-
Can't use the intro from the first one?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can.
we can.
Well, let's
Sure.
do it. You know what we can do is we can just,
Let's just pick it up.
let's pick it up right
Yeah.
where we left off, because your presentation was excellent.
Okay.
The only thing was I didn't.
The page turning is the only
The
thing.
only-
Why don't we just start over with the voiceover then?
Yeah, that's what we were saying. If I recall, I wasn't focused in very well when you held those up. So let's just do that now. Hold up the book, and I just need to focus in on the book. And we'll just, again, we'll have your voice. When I zoomed in on it, it was out of focus at the beginning. Let's see if we can do another intro. Just I
Okay.
know.
All right.
So go ahead without, just lay it down on the desk and then just.
Okay. And just pick it up and do the intro?
Yeah, just start with your name of your company.
Okay.
And then go right into it.
Well, okay, wait a minute. Can I ask you one quick question? I know you're rolling, but,
When I do the intro, then I'll go up here like this.
Exactly.
Okay, and you'll pick it up from there.
Yeah.
And I'll be off camera at that point.
Well, I need to zoom into it. Just give me a few seconds.
Okay.
And you'll kind of see the camera kind of moving in.
Okay.
But what happens at the opening when you come in, we put your name and title
Okay.
right here. So we just need a few seconds to do that.
Okay.
Okay, we're rolling.
Hello, I'm Richard Graves from Lexington Furniture Industries. We're very proud to be partners in your new September 1996 home catalog, which features a lot of product from our new collection, the Palmer Home Collection. In collaboration with Winnie Palmer and her husband Arnold, a famous golfer, we have come together with Lexington Furniture Industries to create an extensive collection of 18th century traditional pieces. A statement from the Palmers talks about realism and honesty and applies to not only their everyday life but also this collection. A finish page refers to our mahogany finish, which features gouges, wormholes, and wear patterns, accented by antique hardware. Also, a member of the collection, the British Isles collection, features a few accent pieces in pine with the same wear patterns, wormholes, and gouges. And now we'll get into your catalog. On page 3, LV340 is a federal-style tight-back sofa featuring a document tapestry chenille with fringe and a bolster pillow with contrasting fringe. On page 20, LV308 features a formal marquetry dressing mirror from the Palmer Home Collection, lovely for the bedroom or guest room. On page 25, LV317 features a round English lamp table with a brass top. Also on the same page, a lovely Georgian bedroom featuring not only a queen-size bed but a king-size bed with grotto carving and a cane front chest. On page 26, our home office, LV334, is an open library bookcase which features 6 shelves for lots of storage. Also on page 26, LV335, is a lovely leather-top writing desk, which is accented by an oval HEPA white chair and a beautiful green and pink and blue print. On page 27, LV337, is a lovely pine ledger desk and hutch, featuring lots of storage and lots of shelves. On page 27, LV333, is a leather luggage bachelor's chest, featuring 4 drawers that open between the straps. On page 28, LV321, starts our Palmer Home Collection dining room, featuring a hunt board, a break-front hunt board with optional brass gallery. The gallery can be taken off the piece if desired. Also on that page, LV324, is an English demi-tasse serving table with brass gallery and wooden shelf. On page 29, LV322, is a English ball and claw armchair and side chair complementing our 5-foot table also on that page, which is LV 325. On page 30, LV 330 is our Victorian tight seat paw-footed settee featuring a cut velvet and a contrast bolster pillow. Also on that same page, we're featuring a 80-inch Palmer Home Collection library unit with 9 adjustable shelves and recessed lighting. On page 31, LV 326, we feature a leather-wrapped box on a mahogany stand. On page 31, LV 327, we feature the Palmer Serpentine double pedestal desk with 7 drawers. 2 of them feature locking file drawers. On page 31, a computer station complete with electrical wire management, surge protectors, cord port for your mouse, and a tower compartment. On page 51, we feature from the De Cristofaro collection, LV 285, a whitewash butcher block kitchen island. Page 56, LV 316, is a collection of wrought iron weathered charcoal tables with leather tooled tops featuring a console table, a cocktail table, and an end table. On page 59, accenting our metal collection are 2 bar stools done in a country French styling and an antique pewter finish in a lovely print fabric. On page 61, LV 306 is an authentic pine reproduction from Ireland from the Palmer Home Collection featuring a wardrobe entertainment center. The top part features storage for television, the bottom part features clothing storage. On page 62, LV 310 is the British Isles farmhouse table and chairs featuring an 80-inch farmhouse table, armchairs and side chairs elaborately carved in an English plaid. On that same page, rounding out that collection, is a County Kildare sideboard featuring a mirror in the back and a shelf, storage down below, rounding out that collection. And finally, on page 63, the Palmer Home Collection Butcher Block Island server.
Okay, good. Let's do an ending now.
That wasn't very good, was it?
Well, it wasn't as good as the first one.
No, it wasn't.
I think it, okay, let's just back up a little bit.
Thank you very much for being here today, and remember, the Palmer Home Collection has been a very successful group for Lexington Furniture Industries, and as leaders in the case goods business, we encourage you to learn more about the Palmer Home Collection, a collection of 18th century furniture that is proven to be successful for many and soon to be successful in your new home catalog.
Okay, that's good. Let's
I
do it
like
one
it.
more time.
And then what's Kate, you said the leader in case furniture?
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that.
Well, no, what is it? Where-
Case goods means
Case goods.
means furniture.
Oh, see, that's the
Technical-
terminology I'm talking about.
technical
It's
term.
like, for you, it's second nature. I don't know what some of these things are.
Okay, let's do it one more time.
All right.
It was
A
good.
little bit happier, a little bit more
Okay.
smiling. Look in the
I get
camera, make eye
stressed all night.
contact.
Okay.
Like you're really glad to be here. Okay, and go.
Thanks again for being with us here today, and we wish you much success with the Palmer Home Collection category of products. It's been successful for Lexington, and as leaders in the furniture business, we know you'll be successful as the first catalog to feature Palmer Home Collection products.
Okay, that was
Now that's a
I like
lie.
it.
That's a lie, but
No, that
That's
was
it,
good.
that's it.
no, that's a lie because the Horchels had some pieces in, but they don't know that, do they?
Who cares?
Who cares? Okay, good. Good, I
Thank you
think.
so much.
Thank you. I'm sorry I was.
Oh, no.
You were
You
good.
were
You're
fine.
really good.
We'll be doing more of these too.
It's
so.
different, you know, when you're doing this for stores. It's
30.
Oh,
I'm sorry, 1:30.
30.
okay.
Yeah, he's running a little late.
Okay, just fix your tie, it's kind of.
Okay,
Okay.
must be perfect.
We are rolling.
My name is Barry Apter. I have 2 manufacturers in your catalog. The first I want to talk about is Hyatt Furniture. Hyatt Furniture is an upholstered furniture manufacturer based in Los Angeles. There is a handout sheet that goes over the features and benefits and inside construction quality features that I want to go over. The first one is the construction of the frame. The frame is made ready to assemble, so to speak. In other words, it's modular. We make a seat box as one frame. That consists of 1.125" plywood, hardwood plywood, that's been double doweled, glued, corner blocked, and in the joints they shoot in 2-inch metal fasteners. Also in that seat box is alder hardwood stretchers. Alder is a hardwood not too dissimilar. It's similar to oak, and it's not as pretty as oak, so they use it on the inside of the frames. So these alder stretchers are run widthwise in the seat box and depthwise to make sure that frame stays true. Then the arms are solid alder as well as the back. They upholster each piece separately. At the end of the process, they're attached by 3/8" steel bolts. They're all bolted together at the end. On this handout, in item number 2, it tells about the suspension. The suspension is not what we have here, rather we've upgraded it for you folks. What we're using is this suspension here, which is a drop-in spring coil unit. It is better than the one that's on here, which if you look at the picture, it looks like a wire grid or fencing material, if you will, which is good, but this is better. It gives a nicer, softer seat. So this is a nice feature to have upholstery springs put in. The frame and the springs have a lifetime warranty. The foam has a 2-year warranty. The fabric is not warranted. No one warrants fabric because no one can control how the consumer uses it. Now the fabric we're using, and it's on the furniture's on page 48, by the way, is the sofa is slip covered in this fabric, which is a jacquard chenille. Okay, the body of it's upholstered with an off-white 100% cotton duck material. Then they slide over the slip cover, which is made out of this material. The chair, which is not slip covered but rather upholstered, is in the solid, matching 100% cotton velvet. Okay, the customer is going to ask you, by the way, about fabric content. The chair is in 100% cotton, and the name of it is Cannes, C-A-N-N-E-S. Then the fabric for the slipcover on the sofa is called Tuscany, and it's 88% cotton and 12% polyester. Customer will also ask you about care. How you care for the fabric is, in the upholstery business, we have cleaning codes. This is, for both fabrics, we use a cleaning code S, which simply is short for solvent cleaner. What this means is, and I'll read the description here, you spot clean using a mild water-free solvent or dry cleaning product. Pre-test a small area before proceeding. That's just to make sure the customer bought the right stuff and it's not going to fade or hurt the fabric in any way. So in a spot that's not shown, like on the flip side of the skirt or something, maybe they can pre-test a little spot before they go ahead with the rest of the sofa. That is Hyatt. Number 2 is Farmhouse Furniture. This is also a Los Angeles-based company. They deal in 100% pine product. That's all we work with. And this is on your page 60. We have a bedroom set, the Chopin bed. Okay, comes in full queen, California king, and Eastern king. No twin sizes available. There's a little nightstand that matches. There is a bench, a 7-drawer lingerie chest, and a 3-drawer nightstand. The stain is a light brown with a wax finish on it. Care of that is simply they go to a hardware store, or some furniture shops carry wax for furniture wax. A common brand is Bry Wax. So they just use that on the furniture. All the furniture is solid pine except for the drawer fronts of the chests. The chest description is it's a half moon lingerie chest or a half moon nightstand. That being the front facing is a half moon, the sides and back are flat. If we used a solid piece of wood on the front, it would not stand up as well as what we currently use, which is laminated wood or plywood, if you will. The gluing, the wood, glue wood, forms a stronger piece of wood to be molded. Solid wood would warp or crack, so therefore we use the plywood. So that's actually a benefit to the consumer. It's going to last longer and remain the way it's supposed to be forever. The consumer is also going to ask about drawer glides. We use self-closing European metal drawer glides. Some people don't use metal glides. It's just a wood on wood. But we're using self-closing metal glides. So that's a benefit. That's about it. Was that too quick, or?
No, not at all. I just the ending there.
Yeah, we'll need a little conclusion, just.
Okay.
Maybe just something about the quality, something about the company, and just thank you very much.
Okay. Did I talk about warranty on the upholstered furniture? I
Yes.
forget.
Yes, you
Yeah.
do.
You
I said lifetime on the frame and on the
Nothing
springs.
on
Nothing on the.
On the fabric, okay.
Okay, and then, yeah, just a quick
Okay.
thank you and.
All right.
Maybe.
I think we,
I'll pick it up from the photo in this meeting.
And then we can
Okay.
also get the photo of the catalog, because he refers to the catalog page too, so we can cut away to that.
mhm.
The times if you want to.
Okay, and go.
Okay. Farmhouse Furniture has a 5-year warranty. The quality is very good. We ship in about 4 to 6 weeks, as does Hyatt. And you folks should do very well with the product. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Good.
That was good.
All right.
All right, I'll roll with this. Thank you very much. Smile, and then just keep looking at the camera through me. Okay, stand by.
Hi, my name is Jim, and I'm here to talk to you about Concord Green, the furniture that's on page 64 and 65 of your catalog. Concord Green is known for their quality, their design, and their uniqueness at the price point. They are known for their accent pieces. It's a New Hampshire-based furniture company. The shapes are modeled from the shaker forms in the early 19 and 1800s. By using these, you get a very clean line that is very functional and allows it to be able to mix with any decor. The wood that's used in the product is first quality furniture wood grade. It's 4% kiln dried, and it's a combination of northern pine and poplar. They pay particular attention to structure in the sense that there are hardwood drawers on the inside slides. This allows for the drawer, when you're opening and closing it, to close more easily. It's a screw and dowel structure integrity, which means that the legs are pre-assembled in a sense, even though the customer has to take and screw them into the bottom of the pieces. The top of all of the pieces that you'll be receiving and selling from your catalog are 1¼ inches versus this standard in the industry, which ranges anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1 inch. They have dovetail joinings, and what I mean by this is that they literally take, and where the wood is joined, they're cut and mitered together for a firm and everlasting fit. The finishes are non-toxic and water-based, and the paints and lacquers are joined in a nine-step patented process that allows them to produce the myriad of durable colors and finishes. By combining the practicality of the shaker shapes, the high quality of the woods, non-toxic paints and finishes, Concord Green produces a desirable and durable practical accent piece that will fit into any decor and become an heirloom to be passed down to other people. On page 64 of your catalog, you'll see 3 pieces, one of which is the laptop secretary. There's been a big trend in the marketplace right now with stationery and products. Sharper Image has taken one of the better selling stationery items, recolored it so that this is unique only unto yourself. There's a poem that's been written on the front of it, and the translation is in the book for you to see. There's an open nightstand, which is also one of their better-selling pieces. This will be coming to you in a white wash with an ivy trailing trellis surrounding it. There's a waste paper basket / planter. Now here we want to pay particular attention because functionality and dual purposes in the marketplace are very important. By putting a liner inside of this waste paper basket, it becomes a planter. So when you're selling it, you can sell it as a waste paper basket or a planter. But what's important to remember is that it's not, there are no holes, there is no drainage, and so it must be lined. On page 65 is the bow front desk. This comes unassembled, but it's quite easy to put together. It takes maybe 3 to 4 minutes. The 4 separate legs are housed inside of the drawer that pulls open. All the customer has to do is open the drawer. The screws have already been inserted in, and screw them into the design holes, and it's done. And I think that's all. I want to thank you for your time, and I think we cut to a commercial now. Do you fade?
I'll fade.
Oh, okay.
Are we really cutting to a commercial?
I know, I just didn't know what else to say.
Oh, well,
You
okay.
want them to laugh a little bit to keep them away.
Well, that's fine with me, you know.
Yeah, I would have put on green paint and said I'm the leprechaun from Concord Green, but you know.
All right, that's,
Okay.
you know, it's corporate mentality sometimes. Okay, we're rolling.
If your customer wants design, quality, and uniqueness at a price point, Concord Green is the piece for them. I want to thank you very much for your attention, and I guess we'll talk to you again soon.
Much better.
I like the other one.
Well, I'll roll it back and see what Sue thinks.
Yeah, see what Sue
I know
thinks.
what to say. There always, you know, in these kind of situations, there always Okay, stand by.
Hello, my name is Whitten Yunt, and I'm with Artistica Metal Designs out of Oxnard, California. We are fortunate to be featured on 3 of your pages in your upcoming catalog. We're on page 8, 23, and 47. Artistica is a company that manufactures about 70% of our products here in California, and we import about 30% where regulatory reasons will not let us manufacture here in the state of California. Feel very honored to be in your catalog, and I would like to point out some of the items that we're featured, that are being featured. Pardon me for stammering, but yeah. On page 8 in your catalog, we have a Gothic obelisk, an etagere. Now, these are designed primarily for people to display little knickknacks on, or little display pieces in their home, or they can be functional entities within a bathroom to put towels on, soap dishes, etc. These are on page 8 in your catalog, I believe up in the left-hand corner. These are manufactured in Oxnard from raw material to finished product and done in a special finish called Old World. There are beveled glass shelves, and these are removable if somebody wanted to put something else in there, but they are shipped with the glass shelves. On page 23 of your catalog, we have an Italian console and mirror. This is done in a finish called quarry. It kind of looks like an old rock quarry where the finish has been built up, starting with golds and grays, etc. The top on this console, the console is of alder wood, and it's done in a crackled finish, very heavily built up crackle finish. The idea of this piece is to look like it's several hundred years old and been refinished a number of times. Care and cleaning, just a damp cloth. That's all that's necessary. On page 47 of your catalog is our Harmony collection. And harmony is an interesting word to describe furniture, but this is plasma cut out of plate steel, nickel plated, and the shapes kind of remind people of musical notes, and that's where the name harmony came from. The top is done out of black agate, which comes from the Philippines and is inlaid with a gray agate line around this. This is very, very unique in the marketplace today. You will see nothing like it from anyone else, to our knowledge, at least to date. There's nobody else doing anything like it. We hope everybody has a great sale out of this catalog and from the retail floors where our merchandise is. And once again, we feel honored to be part of the SHRP Image catalog. Thank you very much.
Okay.
All righty.
Hey, you did it.
All righty. I'm a quick study, friend.
Yeah, good. You must have done this before. Let me get my microphone for you.
Okay, I don't want to
Otherwise
take.
I'll be hearing everything you're doing all day.
Oh my gosh, I could get embarrassed over there.
Okay, great.
All right.
So, do you have a business card that I can
Certainly.
just put your name, spell your name right?
Here we go.
Okay, great.
It is kind of an unusual deal.
Thank
Nice
you.
meeting you.
Good,
Okay.
good job.
Good filming.
Hi, I'm Chris Sislowitz with Pulaski Furniture, and we have 9 items featured in your current home catalog. And I guess I'll start right off with them. The first item, 144 Regency Swan Chair, hand carved for us in Italy. We do all the upholstery at our plants back in Virginia. Done in a nice neutral tone-on tone. Also done in our argent gray finish, as you can see back here. They're nicely textured gray tones with black highlights and some white shining through. Wonderfully classic finish on a great chair, by the way, which was in War of the Roses. Second item you have listed as a Raja chair. Great classic rope twist design. Done in even more fun tiger fabric. Tiger animal print's been around forever. Good classic look. Done in our touch of gilt finish. Gold with red highlights and also some black undertones. Good classic look. Again, a frame carved for us in Italy. The third and fourth items I'll show together because they are companion pieces are the home office, probably the most important new home furnishings category out there. The home office armoire closes up to be just a terrific piece of furniture with great carved leaf detail and lion head pulls. But you open it up, it's got a full-size desk to work with, 2 bulletin boards, a full-size pull-out for your computer keyboards, perfect for the right or left-handed mouse user, and then the matching file cabinet, on wheels of course, two pencil drawers and a fully adjustable file drawer for either legal or standard, carved posts, and again on casters. The next 2 items, again, I'll show you together because they are companion pieces, holdovers from previous books. The jewelry armoire and the matching either blanket chest or cocktail table, whatever they care to use it for. Leather trim on both. Hand-painted floral design. The sides on the jewelry chest open for hanging necklaces and long bracelets. The top lifts up to reveal a mirror with cubby holes, all fully upholstered in a green felt to keep everything from snagging or scratching or breaking. Next item, probably one of the more versatile pieces in the line. It's a storage cocktail with a lift up top for magazines, for blankets, the remote control. Again, hand painted in a weathered green finish, metal pewter finish base. And also to go to another holdover piece you've run before, it's the leather obelisk curio. 2 shelves lit from the base, fully upholstered in leather. Been a terrific item, a good high style piece. It's a good freestanding in the middle of a room or on either side of a doorway. It creates a very dramatic look. Wonderful piece. And last but not least, my favorite piece in the new book is a combination library chair, fully upholstered in leather, nail head trim, and which turns into a real handy step stool.
Let's start that one again.
Okay.
I'll just cut. Let's move it over a little.
Okay.
I'm kind of blocked by the table. I just
Okay. the movie filming weddings and bar mitzvahs,
Yeah,
huh?
I've done that, but not in a while. That's right, that would be worse.
Let me get that out of the way so it's not in the shot. How's that? Okay. Geez, I don't know why I want to start playing cop with this. Okay, he's moving in. Oh. I know.
Okay.
You've only heard that 4 times today,
No,
huh?
actually, no.
Say when.
Okay, you can pick it up with last but not least if you want it.
Okay.
And
Last but not least, one of my favorite pieces.
let me start again. Okay, and go.
Last but not least, one of my favorite pieces in the new catalog is this great library chair, fully upholstered in leather with nail head trim, that turns into a very useful step stool for that high bookcase in the home library or in the kitchen for the high shelves. Yeah. I've been breathing formaldehyde fumes from furniture too long. Say when.
And
Hi. Last but not
go. No.
Hi. Okay. Say when.
That's, if you could slide it over, I'd get it away from that daily and a little bit more. Okay, and go.
And last but not least, one of my favorite pieces in the new catalog is this really great library chair, back and seat upholstered in leather with this great nail head trim that turns into a very useful step ladder for either the library, for the bedroom, for the high shelves in the closet, in the kitchen for getting at the top shelves of cabinets. But it's a good, comfortable chair to begin with, and then turns into this. And the question earlier was strength. It holds you. That's it.
Okay, let's get it closed. Why don't you come on back
Oh.
over here, and we'll just say, you know, if you want to say anything else about the company or quality or sales and sharp image are good or anything
Yeah.
to that extent.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
Well,
just say thank you very much, just keep looking in the camera, smiling, happy.
I'm going to put this in my smile happy people.
Yeah.
Are you picking me up?
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
And
And just a few quick notes about Pulaski Furniture. Your average customer has never heard of us. We do over $200 million a year in sales, based in Virginia and North Carolina with 12 factories back there. Been in business some 60 years. And we appreciate all the business that SHRP Image has given us in the last few months and hope for a long and continued relationship. Thank you.
we're out.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Oh man, how many more of us you got to live with?
How many more is that? Okay, stand by.
I'm Marty Seuss with Hooker Furniture, and I'm going to be talking to you about your upcoming catalog.
Can we do that one more time?
Yes.
Sorry, I just want to turn it up a little bit.
Okay.
Soft side. Okay. Stand by.
I'm Marty Seuss with Hooker Furniture, and I'm going to be talking to you about your upcoming catalog. Today, I'm going to discuss the differences between fossil stone tops and marble tops. To begin with, fossil stone is actually a quarried stone that is found in the oceans around the Philippine Islands. And they create, can you stop for a second?
Yeah, okay.
You know what I didn't do? I wonder if I should use this. I used this to,
Oh, sure.
this is actually not Hooker, but it showed, and I don't know if you can get up close on it if it's going to have a, but it has actually the tiles that see, the stone is cut into little tiles, and then it's glued to a marine plywood, and that's how they get the look. So,
Okay, sure. I can get a close up of that. Just hold it up kind of steady when you're talking.
okay,
And try not to bang it when you put it down.
okay, that's going to be interesting. Okay, all right. So sorry about that. Should I?
No problem.
Do I start all over,
Yeah,
or do we
that
just?
sounds good.
Sorry.
No problem.
Okay.
No, that's why we video. Okay, stand by.
I'm Marty Seuss with Hooker Furniture, and I'm going to be talking to you about your upcoming catalog. Today we're going to discuss the difference between fossil stone tops and marble tops. For example, you have a new item in this catalog that has a black fossil stone top. What a fossil stone top consists of is a quarried stone that's actually found in the oceans around the Philippine Islands, and they mine it and then they cut it into pieces and make tiles out of it. This would be an example of the tiles. They're about 2 inches long and maybe 1 inch wide, and they're actually 1/16 of an inch thick, and they're glued to a piece of marine plywood. So you have several new consoles and chests that will have a fossil stone top. One of the things that's great about this top is it enables you to be able to do a pattern, as you see on this top. This is just an example, by the way. It's not an actual item that the SHRP Image is running in their catalog, but you do have a new console that has a black fossil stone top with a pin shell inlay that's done very similarly to the top that I just showed you. This item, by the way, is carved out of solid Philippine mahogany and has a lot of detail work in the legs and on the drawer, which is actually this carving. It's a working drawer, and then you have nice detail on the base and on the stretcher. Another example of fossil stone will be on this wine server table. We are calling this snake stone, but actually the snake stone is just a varied pattern that looks very much like snake skin, and it's applied in the same way. So it's a tile that's 1/16 of an inch thick that is applied to the marine plywood and created into the top. One of the advantages is you really have control of what the pattern looks like, and and it's lighter weight than a solid marble top would be, which we'll be discussing in a little while. A third example of an item with a fossil stone top would be this console. And it, again, it's a console chest. It has a cream-colored fossil stone top. So as you can see, the colors vary. There's a wide range of color that's available with the fossil stone. And again, this is an example of lots of hand carving. You have framed in panels and a real nice antique painted finish on this particular item. Now I'm going to move into the two items that have the marble tops. The difference between the marble and the fossil stone is marble is actually quarried in the mountains, and it's found in very specific areas in the world as well. South Africa, China, Italy, all are places where you find marble. This particular item has black Carrara marble, which is probably one of the finest marbles that you can find in the world. And it's only found and mined in or quarried in Carrara, Italy. You'll also notice that this piece has a beautiful detail, which is actual marquetry that's created with rosewood veneers and set into walnut veneers. So that pattern that you're seeing here is not painted. It's actually a marquetry pattern that's created by the two wood veneers. The other, I'm going to refer back to this small console that's in a Rococo style that's hand carved out of beech wood, and it has a marble top and marble shelf. So you're getting a lot of intricate work here for a very good price, and we're finding that the consumer really is looking for these unique pieces like the ones I've just shown you. In addition, you have a new display cocktail table that's you're calling the Angler's Cocktail. This item actually has a what appears to be a drawer, but it's actually a door that's on a hinge that drops down, and it allows you to access the case. You can either lift off the glass, or you can just access through this little opening and display anything from Limoges china to rare books to the actual flies that you might have had that you caught a big fish with or whatever. This is a solid cherry table in a shaker style, and it has hand carved fly fish all along the edge, and it's one of the items that we're excited about. And then finally, we have a casual dining. This is something new from Hooker in the SHRP Image catalog this market. It actually has leather, real leather on the seat backs and on the tabletop. And then there's a glass top that sits on top of the leather to protect the leather, as well as a leather top on the baker's rack. And it's wrought iron, and another item that just has a lot of style, and we're very excited about this as well. So that about sums up all the new, unique, different items that Hooker has to offer in the new catalog. Thank you.
And that was good.
Oh, it's kind of hard.
Okay, stand by.
Hi, my name is Lisa Bingham, and I work for the Lane Furniture Company. And for those of you that do not know of us, we are one of the oldest and largest manufacturers in this country. We began our operations in 1912. Most people know us for our cedar chest heritage, although today we've evolved into a very large and diverse company. We manufacture in our case goods line bedroom and dining room furniture. We have a full line of occasional. Of course, we still make our cedar chest category, and we've added a category we call our accents, which are standalone or unique types of item business pieces. Today, people who manufacture solid wood furniture will tell you that the highest quality furniture is made from solids, and those people that manufacture veneer furniture will tell you that really from a beauty and design standpoint that fine furniture should be made from veneers. And what the Lane Company does is we really take the best of both worlds and put those elements together where they are in harmony with each other and give the customer the very best value. As far as our construction goes, we start with a solid bottom on all of our vertical door chest, armoire, dresser pieces. We will take solid pieces of wood and lay them up together into a board. And that's where we start with the foundation of our case. And that's an example of where we will use solids. Some people in the industry today will use a frame construction base and then build up from there. And we feel to keep the integrity in the product, to keep the case pieces from sagging over time, to build a piece that will last 5, 10, 15 years down the road, that you should start with a solid bottom. In addition to that, we use solids on all of our legs for turnings. Anytime we're doing any interesting turning work, that has to be done from solids, as you'll see here on this table base. In addition, we also use solids on all of the rims on the tops of our tables and our dressers. In reference to the sides of the case pieces and the tops, we use what we call our 5-ply construction. We start with a core board, and we use several different types of core boards that are available to us depending on what type, what we're trying to achieve in the particular top and the finish. Oftentimes we will use a medium density fiber board, which you can see here on the lower half of this panel. And fiberboard has really become a very quality product. it's very resistant to warpage. And late in the 40s and 50s, a lot of consumers were concerned about veneered furniture because it used to lift and check. But today, because of the quality of the laminates and because of the density boards instead of the particle boards that we're using, that really has become a non-existent problem. And we find that veneers give us the opportunity to build something from a beauty standpoint that you just can't achieve in a solid piece. And if you look here on the top part of this board, this is what we call a chipboard. That's another type of core board that we use, which are actually chips of wood that are hot pressed together. And then going back to what I mentioned earlier, in the bottoms of our cases, we will actually take solid pieces of wood and lay them up together, and that's another way we make the core board. So we have the core board, and then we put a veneer on the top and the bottom of that core board where we're reversing the grain patterns to build strength from those trees. And then we'll do that layer one more time, top and bottom, and that's what gives us our 5-ply construction. And as I mentioned, veneers really do give you something from a beauty standpoint on the tops of your furniture that you can't always get with solid wood. And the Lane Company has always been known for being experts in veneer work. And I wanted to help you appreciate the labor intensity that goes into putting these together. Fancy veneer tops actually are created by multiple patterns that have to be taped up by hand, one by one. This is an example of the back side of a veneer work that's been taped up. And in its final process, you'll see like this checkerboard pattern on the top as an example. This is what we call a 4-way book match veneer, and then we have an edge band veneer highlighted around it. Here's an example with another edge band veneer and an example of a fancy top made out of ash and oak. And this is what we would call a pie match veneer pattern made out of cherry. Just to point out a few. From there, we go into a very elaborate finishing process. And this is an example of a multi-step finish that we're doing on a piece that is in the SHRP image catalog. And what we're aiming to achieve on this finish is a relaxed cherry, something that's casual yet still in its traditional form because it's cherry. And as you can see here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 finishing passes here, and then we will also lacquer coat it several times. So this will be a 10 to 12 step finishing process. For strength in the joints, we also use a construction called a dowel construction, which is a sign of high quality. This is what the dowel looks like, and it would actually go into the furniture like this. We will use dovetail constructions. We use miter joints, tenon joints, wherever it makes the most sense for that particular piece. We are also known for making the strongest drawers in the furniture industry. And in our drawers, the drawer sides and the drawer backs are all made out of 7-ply oak veneer. And oak is a hardwood. 7 layers is extremely strong. Some people in the industry do 3 or 5-ply. We go to the extent of doing a 7-ply oak veneer side. So that's very strong. The back sides of the drawers are a dovetail construction. We also use a wood-to-wood dovetail guide on the bottom of our drawers in some cases. In other cases, we will use a metal drawer guide. We are also putting on the interior of the drawer a white dual-lock drawer bottom, and the purpose of that is to keep your more sensitive garments like your satins or your linens from snagging. We go one step further by putting a dust-proofing feature between our drawers, which is a panel that will sit below each drawer, and that will keep the dust from falling down through the case. Now, most particularly, it's in the Sharper Image catalog for the fall of 1996 is this shot right here, which comes out of our Veranda collection. And Veranda is a collection that the Lane Company does, which incorporates a garden theme. And we have found it to be highly popular throughout the country. People today want to bring the freshness and the openness of the outdoors inside, and they want to open up their rooms. It's a very eclectic mixture of elements. In the pieces that we'll be handling in the catalog, you can see here that we have a mixture of metal and wood. The metal in this particular case has a grape and leaf vine motif around it, and that is all made of cast aluminum, and that's fully welded. So those are one solid pieces, for example, in the mirror and the base of the bachelor's chest and in the bed. The finish in this room, in the metal, is what we call greenstone, which is a very dark, rich, verde green. The finish on the case pieces is what we call our antique white. And here's actually a drawer front panel of that exact finish. And as you can see, it is an antiqued finish. It's been made to look aged and worn, like a treasured heirloom. It is also a highly textured finish, and which is very nice from the consumer standpoint, and then it's not temperamental to live with. It's very easy to live with. You could throw your keys on top of it. It's not going to scratch the surface. It's great if they've got children around, for example. Also available in this collection in the Sharper Image catalog is the bed, the poster bed made out of cast aluminum. Again, that is available in a queen size or an Eastern king. It is not available in a California king. There's also a Darling half-round night table made of the same antique white finish that we talked about. Next in the catalog, we're featuring these two Darling Star Scatter tables. This is a chair-side piece to your right, and a cocktail piece over here to your left. And this comes out of a collection we do called Marrakesh. Marrakesh is the ancient name for Morocco, and the star influence really comes from a Moorish theme. In Morocco, they use the star as a sign of good luck and good fortune. So these are more scatter pieces, eclectic pieces, unique item types of business. Lastly, featured in the catalog is this china table. And some people will call it a tea table, but traditionally this is used in a formal living room. It sits 26 inches high, where most of your cocktail pieces are 17 or 18 inches high. Most people will put their display of china on these tables, or they will use it for a time to serve tea. This is an example of where we're using solid legs. The stretchers that you see here on the bottom are solid. The reverse scallop on the bottom of the apron, those are all cut and solid. And the fretwork that comes off the top of the table is also solid. The leg treatment in this particular table group is very unique, and I actually have a sample of it here in a little larger form. This has got some roots in a Chippendale design, but we call this a quatrefoil or clover leaf leg. And the reason being, it's got 4 independent posts that have been joined together. And that's kind of a unique feature of that particular piece. The top of that table is back to our 5-ply construction that we talked about earlier. In addition to that, the finish on that table is a relaxed, casual cherry, as noted here. Here's the final product. And there's a major trend happening in the furniture industry today. We're taking more traditional woods like mahoganies and cherries and making them more comfortable and easier to live with a more relaxed feature. We're taking the sheen out, so this is kind of a low sheen matte finish on the top of that particular table. Those are the items that will be featured in your catalog for this year. Again, my name is Lisa Bingham. If I can help any further, please let me know, and good selling. Thank you.
And we're out.
Did that go okay?
Yeah,
I've never been videotaped, so
Really? You did
no.
really well. Gosh, I'm shocked.
Got a little dirty.
These items are on page, yes, this is for reference.
Page 39.
Like your voice better.
Okay, you can find the Lane veranda shot on page 39 in your catalog. The Marrakesh Star cocktail and scatter table is located on page 35 in your catalog. And the Lyndhurst China table is featured on page 20 in your book.
Okay, good. Very good, I appreciate it. That's really where the work comes in. This is the easy part, the shooting. This is where I have to sit down and edit all this stuff. It's like
This video for, I mean,
interesting, and not dragging out. So it's just straight on your tile.
Okay.
So
Straight.
and it's kind of crooked.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we are on.
Hello, my name is Joe Fenton. I'm with Universal Furniture, and today we'll be talking about the fall catalog for '96 and some of the items that our company, Universal Furniture, has in it. First of all, I should give you a little overview of who Universal is. Universal is one of the companies that represents Lifestyle International, which is the largest furniture entity in the world. Some of our sister companies are Henredon, Drexel Heritage, Lexington, Benchcraft, Berkline, and of course Universal. Universal is the largest entity in that. We're in the middle, medium, high-end category. We're a worldwide company with manufacturing facilities throughout the world. A lot of our production is done in the Far East because of the value that that can represent in terms of raw material and in terms of labor savings. And without further ado, I'll start with our products that we're offering this market. About 80 of these groups come from Alexander Julian's Home Colors collection, which Alexander Julian, the noted fashion designer, has developed for Universal. And one of the items that we selected because of its importance for the Christmas time is this gaming table. The gaming table is designed, it's 36 inches square. It has two pull-out drawers on it. It's executed in mahogany veneers and selected hardwood solids. The legs terminate in a ball and claw. You have a beautiful cable molding around the piece. And in the inside, you have the mahogany veneers, and you have a lift-out center panel that lifts out, and you flip it, and you have a gaming board executed in veneer woods for chess, and inset into the piece is a backgammon board too. So you got, it's a perfect gift item, and of course it also has a shield back Hepplewhite chair that goes with it too. The next item we'd have would be the display, glass display piece. This is also the Chapel Hill collection by Alexander Julian. It has a 3-door entry, bevel glass panels on the sides. In the center cut, you have a facet cut that represents a wingtip motif. Alex got this design from an old pair of antique wingtip shoes. The posts are chamfered and reeded and terminate in a lamb's tongue, and of course the piece is on a OG carved base on it. It's mirror-backed, glass shells, and illuminated with curio ends. It's a beautiful display piece. The next item would be a dining room. This is in the Chapel Hill collection. This is our Old East dining room. Alexander Julian hails from North Carolina. His father has a haberdashery that sits on the campus of the University of North Carolina. And the symbol of the university is the old well, where there was a water source. And he interpreted the cupola that was on that with a bracket, round bracket on this tabletop. You have 4 pillars with a beautiful terminating in a swan neck with a slipper foot on the legs. The table takes a 24-inch leaf with a beautiful floral inlay that's executed in premium Primavera woods and then repeating with the maple veneers. The tables are tri-arch chair with the back panel is a pierced balloon. Your seats are Scotch guarded and it's a soft seat. The back piece seen in the back panel is a vitrine. It is a glass sides, curio glass ends, the mirrored back, glass shelves, illuminated, and the bottom drawer is executed in Primavera woods as shown here, counterbanded in walnut, and it has this spool hardware, and Alexander had designed cuff links, and this is a brass cuff link that's inset into the hardware. And of course the cabinet is fully illuminated. The next piece is we picked up from the last year's catalog. It's a registry table. This is done with a nice in cherry, premium cherry, which is known as a collector's wood. Victorian era is where it's inspired from. It's got this beautiful scroll work, the S scroll, beads of pearl with a pulvinated frieze, and we have a cultured marble inset on the top of the piece here.
Can you hold that up again? I don't know the reflection on that. Yeah, just right there. Just so you know what it is. I'll just reshoot it out if I don't know.
Okay. Got it?
That's cool. You're doing good.
Hey man, this is a humbling experience. I hope I'm off camera.
Power of editing, yes. Just on the all editing.
Good.
So what I'd also like, when you say the next, what's happening is you're saying the next product is, and then call me around, so I'd like to get it all in one.
Please do, God, please.
Okay.
I'll be happy to pay any bribes or anything to get it edited.
Okay, and
Alexander Julian's new home colors collection, one of the best-selling pieces and the most popular pieces is a Tunbridge wardrobe. Keeps a man very well organized. The features it has, the hardware is a spool hardware with a woven leather-like inset on it, like a sweater button. You have 2 glass or mirrored doors that are beveled, and then you have behind the center door, wood door, you have a cedar back panel. Give you the fragrance of cedar. 2 jewelry trays, and smaller drawers, and bigger drawers down at the bottom. It's perfect to keep a man organized. Or lady. Sorry about that. Where is that piece? Where is it? Where are you when I need you? There we go. In the home colors collection by Alexander Julian, one of the most popular pieces has been this cufflink display chest here. It has a small footprint, so it'll go in any room, bracket woods, and cherry veneers that are softened with a pine center panel, and that is counterbanded with a serrated ebony holly inlay. The hardware is a tortoiseshell button used on the piece. In the center, you have a glass shelf, mirror back, and it's illuminated. Great storage and display piece. And the final piece, oh, thank you. Oh, God bless it. Can you get the piece here?
which one?
This one right, this desk.
Okay, let's start with the final pieces.
The final piece is our beautiful writing desk in a Victorian area, executed in cherry. It's got a 4-way match, a cherry inlay across the top, a generous sized door with a sculptured pulvinated frieze, and a lyre back scroll work on the end panels, and with a in a beautiful chair, a shield back chair with a Scotch guard. Beautiful shield back chair with a slipper seat that is Scotch guarded, all executed in hardwood. That is it.
Let's just do a close now. Again, if you want to say something briefly about the quality, glad to be with SHRP Image, and thank you very much.
What's this now?
Just to close this off. Are you done here? Are you done with
Yes, I am.
Okay. Just,
I was hoping to run.
Yeah, no. You just need to close us. Just drop the paper and just.
Okay. I think the selection of pieces we have today are truly unique unto themselves and should add a lot of excitement to your fall selling season. Thank you very much and good selling. Ah!
Jumped out of the shot.
Did I?
That's all right. We'll go with it.
Well, I didn't pass out. Have you ever had that happen?
Okay, stand by.
Hi, my name is Sandy Ferrano, and I represent several companies that are going to be showcased in your catalog. One of them is Royal Patina, the other is Lee Industries, Robert Grace, and I think that's it. I'm going to start with the Signet table. I hope you can see this. This was featured in your last catalog, and I'm excited to say that it was probably one of your most successful pieces. I think this says a lot for who your customer is because it's a very unique piece. You're not going to find a lot of the pieces, especially that you're going to see from Royal Patina and Timberwood, in any department store. You're not going to see them in a Pottery Barn catalog. And I think it just, again, reinforces the fact that the SHRP Image catalog customer is looking for unique pieces that are unusual, that they're not going to see at their next door neighbor's house. This Signet table is absolutely gorgeous. The proportions on it, the scaling is just right. It is gold tipped in this Hampshire finish. And the intricate detailing and carving of the baby swans or cygnas are carefully seen in the table. It is topped with a gorgeous stone top, and we are going to have availability on this 3 weeks after your catalog break, so that is great news. So just know that we will have availability on the Signet table. The next piece, I am proud to say, is your cover. And this is the French armoire, and I hope that you can see and pick up all of the detailing on this hand-carved maple armoire. It is finished in this Hampshire finish, does not have gold tipping like the Signet table, and it comes with 4 adjustable shelves inside. I have the dimensions on here along with the weight. I think the weight is 272 pounds. It is 57 inches wide and 82 inches high. Again, it comes in the interior of it with 4 adjustable shelves. It has a cutout for your electrical, and it comes with really solid brass hinges along with 2 keys and some beautiful hardware. Again, the detailing on this basket armoire, flowered basket armoire, basket, takes about 12 hours for someone in the Philippines to hand carve, and then it is finished here in High Point, North Carolina. The next piece that is in, oh, and by the way, that is your cover. This is Parading Elephants, and this is going to be shown on your page 9 in the catalog. And when I first saw this, I thought, who in their right mind is going to buy this? But I know it's a SHRP Image customer. It is absolutely a conversation piece. It's fabulous. You've got 4 carved elephants in dress regatta on top of a tiger eye stone top. The finish is great. It's done in this madras finish. It's a very light finish. And the weight on this, let's see. What is the weight on this? I think it's about 90 pounds. Yes, it's 90 pounds. and it's a 42-inch square table, so it's going to fit in a lot of homes. It's not overdone. I think the scaling is right on this. The next piece that I'm going to talk about.
Let's just stop just for a second.
Okay. Say anything about it?
No, I just want to get a shot. Okay, we're fine. All right,
Okay.
now you can go back, continue on.
I think we finished with parading elephants.
Right.
And the next item that I would like to show you is our Greco-Roman period urn and our Palladium-inspired pedestal. These are both, I think, a wonderful value. They're shown in your catalog on page 23, and there are a lot of applications for this. Again, as a wonderful plant stand, a beautiful vase can go on this, even a telephone or pictures can go in a hallway in a living room. These have a great value and a great look for the Sharper Image customer. This next piece is huge. This is a Greco-Roman console. It weighs over 300 pounds, and I think it's in your catalog on page 7. This is going to have your special delivery service do it. I will be getting back to you as far as how this is going to be packaged. It is magnificent. You've got a large trestle crossbeam in the, what is this done in? This is a wrought iron with 22 karat gold, antique gold. It's just a magnificent entry piece. The dimensions on this are 66 inches wide, 22 inches deep, and 35 high. The next piece, I don't know if this is a very good picture for you, but you did really well with this.
We'll be showing it out of the catalog.
Great.
So don't say that.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Okay.
The next piece is.
The next piece is from Lee Industries, and this is a piece that we, I'm sorry.
I need to
You're
see
right.
the picture.
Oh,
Otherwise, I won't know
Gotcha.
what it is. Okay.
Got-
Great. Okay, again, the next piece is.
The next piece that we have is a piece from Lee Industries that we developed for Sharper Image exclusively. It is a bomber, hand-tufted sleeper ottoman, and it is done in this fabulous bomber leather. This gets better with age. I think you're going to see that your customers are not going to complain about the fact that there are a lot of natural imperfections in this, because it only adds to the beauty and naturalness of this, this piece. We have done it in, it is a hand-tufted leather top which is taken off. It converts then into a bifold sleeper mechanism. It is not quite, it's just shy of a full twin size. It is a cot size, so a fitted sheet will not fit really snug, but we needed to make it this size in order for it to fit into the ottoman. It's on casters, so for the versatility and the ease of going from a home office room to a den to a family room, even to a kid's room, is fabulous. I think that this could also be a great cocktail table, so it can really have a lot of use. This was very successful in the last catalog, and I'm looking forward to this being also successful. The next two pieces that I'd like to talk about are from Robert Grace. And I don't know where they are in your catalog, but I have the, let me show you. This is the antique reproduction of a botanical print, and I hope you can really see. I brought it in person so that you can see how special it is. These drawings were reproduced on tea-treated paper just to convey the subtle colors of the originals. This was really part of a rainforest project in the village, in a village in Peru, and I think that it's been handmade and vegetable dyed. You also have a double matting here, and this is sold in a pair, and I think you're at $155 for the pair, and it's just incredible value. This frame resembles a hand-carved wood frame, but it's really a plastic molding, it's impregnated molding made of a plastic resin. And the last piece from Robert Grace is the Baroque mirror. And this is the cover of our Robert Grace catalog, and it shows you how important this Baroque mirror is that we've put it on our cover. It is very intricate, it is opulent, and it's got a lot of great look and design to it. I also want you to know that the dimensions, and I think it's in your catalog, gives you both dimensions, which are the inside mirror size, which is 20 by 24, and then the actual frame size, which is 33 inches by 37. Those are both the botanical prints and the mirror are UPS-able to your customer. And I think that's it. I'm real excited about the assortment that we have for you, and I look forward to hearing from you guys if you have any questions. Thank you.
Okay, good job.
Did I leave my glasses in here?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No.
Didn't I?
Oh, my God, I hated that. Oh, no, Joe.
All right, we're rolling. Stand by. Looking in the camera. There.
Hi, my name is Joe Acola, and I represent Sam Moore Furniture. And Sam Moore Furniture, since you most aren't familiar with it, as we consider, which you will have in your book, America's premier chair manufacturer. And the reason we can say that is for 56 years, Sam Moore has done one thing and done it well. We have produced the finest value in chairs in the marketplace today. In doing so, Sam Moore has certain things that we start out with and maintain, whether we have the least expensive product in our line or the most expensive product in our line. We start out with structurally a sound frame. We use a 6/4 hardwood frame on all of our product, which is double doweled on all corners. We use wood screws in our wood corner blocks, which are pre-drilled, so that we not get cracking from staples. All of our frames are made with 2 different types of hardwood, beech and maple, which is important. The only exception will be when we get to 2 examples of extremely different frames, which is in our Mission we use solid ash, and in a frame we call Campeche, which we use solid mahogany, and we'll describe them separately. When we get to legs, it's important that you know that we don't screw in our legs. We do not screw the legs or bolt them onto our frames. Our legs are an integral part of our frame, which is very important when you're talking structure. It's where we can offer a customer and yourselves excellent value in a product. What I have here for each one of you, you will have a book which will list all the product in your catalog. The reason I point this out is it lists some of the product information you will need when sending an order into Sam Moore. Important to know is that the finish is an important part of it. We have 20 finishes in our line. You represent finishes of different types on different frames. They have to be indicated, otherwise it will slow down. We will not process your order. So in any case, more information is better than less. If you go down your book, you will see a progression of items in the catalog. I will list the pages for you. On our first page, you will see a classic Hunt wing chair. If you notice, the styling of it is high back. It is very detailedly carved. The carved legs are not just in the front, as you would find in most wing chairs. The carved legs are on both the front and back, all the way around. The heavily carved legs, the standard cushioning part of this piece is what we call a blend-down cushion. Let me describe that for a second, because it is an important feature that we standardize on this frame. That consists of a core of 1.8 density foam that is surrounded by a downproof ticking bag with goose down, waterfowl, and background. What's important about it is that it gives you the seating comfort and the softness of down with the resiliency of foam. As you know, with a down product, full down, you will get a chance of bottoming out, and that bottoming out does not come back. The foam gives you that resiliency and is real important. The next chair, and if you go down, I want to show you.
Stop. You want to
Stop. Yeah.
Is that your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. If you want to turn it off or get it.
Yeah, let me turn it off because I'd like to. Won't stop until this stops. Can I just answer a second? Hello? 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 Good. Sorry.
That's all right. So we can pick it up with the next product.
Okay, so we'll go to the next product.
Yeah, and just start by saying the next product.
And the next product we'll go to, following page, is a transitional look club chair, very unique styling, sort of deco in look. This is covered in a two-tone effect, which is very unique about it, is the alligator look pattern that is on the seat and back. This is an embossed leather, not real alligator. Must know that. The rest of the piece is coordinated with a saddle colored leather. Has a uniqueness, very special look, and very exclusive look. That's located on page 13 of your catalog. The next page, you will find a classic throne chair. On this piece, you will find heavily carved arms and legs. You should also pay attention and notice the X base, which has a rosetta carved into it, which again shows an extreme value point to the customer. Carving is very difficult to do and takes special talents, and you can see a lot of carving on this piece. Here again, we have done a two-tone effect. And the two-tone effect, you will see a seat in black, full aniline dyed leather, full grain, and the back is a cut velvet showing an animal print. Next page, very unique chair, extremely unique, and it takes a little more describing. Page 57 in your book. This is a Campeche chair. This chair was designed and built by workers through Thomas Jefferson. It sits in his museum in Monticello. The curators of that museum asked Sam Moore and gave us the privilege of making this by licensing us to be the sole makers of it. This chair is made to their exact standards. The curators were in our factories working with us. Every mortise and tendon joint is exact. The wood is mahogany. It is solid mahogany. The leather on it, since Thomas Jefferson did not have animal dye or aniline dyed leathers in his time, we had to find a pure vegetable dyed leather. If you can't see the thickness on it here, but you will have these swatches. This is 5-ounce shoulder leather, vegetable dyed. It is extremely thick, so thick we couldn't even sew it. All of the nail head trim on this piece is solid brass, individually driven. Again, very unique. It comes with a certificate of authenticity. This is the only way you can get it, and it is quite a unique item in your catalog. The next page is a unique cocktail ottoman, very popular today, oversized ottomans. It is on page 46 in your catalog. It is distinctive in the legs that are lion paws, or carved as lion paws, and it is shown in a leopard velvet.
Can you hold on to this another second? Okay, good.
On the following page, represented in your book on page 43, we see a category which is very important to our country's furniture history. In our mission and arts and craft period, this furniture was very reminiscent and produced by very artful craftsmen. It is made and totally of solid ash. It's the only time we use solid ash on mission furniture. This is a full recliner. You will have this recliner shown in a warm green, fully aniline dyed leather with options for 3 other colors for the customer. On the same page, you will see, and obviously they didn't have back in that period of time, a recliner mechanism. This is a standard mission chair. Now this chair is a recliner as they had recliners back then. It has a unique peg system on the back of the chair which allows you to recline 4 steps. The pegs have to be removed by hand, unlike a standard recliner with a footrest that pops up. This chair is very classic, and the silhouette is very well known. The wood on it and all of our structure carries the Sam Moore value in the size and strength of the frame and all of the exposed wood. Now that will be in a saddle color leather, which will be interchangeable with the other colors. So you will have options on those. On the following page, we'll get this right side up, page 33, we have desk chairs. Sam Moore again shows value in their desk chairs. Extremely comfortable. This is a very transitional design. It is in a tweed, a soft tweed cover, which we show here. The finish on the legs is what we call wheat. This is on an ash wood, and it blends itself very much with oak. So any of your oak product, this will work with, your natural oaks. We have a 5-prong steel reinforced spider base that is contract quality on all of our desk chairs. It is adjustable for both height and for tension. On the next page, which is in your catalog, still on page 33, we have a very classic executive desk chair with hand-tufted back. You'll notice the nail head trim on it is solid brass, all individually driven, again showing value. The base is the same contract quality base used on the other chair. And this chair is going to be shown in a saddle leather, which has an antiqued effect, and will be with a finish, which we call vintage, which will match your Palmer collection furniture. And the last page, you will see 2 different silhouettes, or 1 silhouette with a mention. This is a classic writer's chair. It gained its history back in Europe. It is very deeply tufted and extremely deep. It is shown in what we call a coach leather, which is again, fully aniline dyed semi-pull-up leather. But because of the depth of that piece, we will have a 22-inch pillow. That is a 42-inch deep piece, which is extremely deep for most people. It has with it a 22-inch decorative pillow for support, which coordinates wonderfully with this piece. Now this piece, again, is standard with a blend down plus seating. So you have your down story, you have the deep seating, the large tuftings, and you have nail head trim, which is both quarter size, which are the large individually brass driven nails, as well as standard half-inch size nails. The following page and the last page is only a footnote, but you should see it. It's in your book here. It's mentioned in your catalog, but not shown, is the recliner off of that same silhouette. Everything being identical. This is the only differences are it is 2.5 inches shorter, which means you don't get a pillow with it. Real important. You do not get a pillow with a recliner. What is important, it has a pop-up footrest as a standard recliner does, and it has all the other features and quality built into it for Sam Moore, by Sam Moore. On the last 3 pages of this, if anything was needed to be remembered, it's all here. I've given you a history of Sam Moore and 2 pages of features and benefits where you can look back onto if a customer asks a specific question, you will have the information right here, along with 1 sheet which will give you the fabric content and cleaning code of all of the fabrics that you will be showing that Sam Moore will be representing in your catalog. And I thank you for your attention. Any questions?
Can you hold up that book again? I need to get a shot of that. Let me just zoom in on it. Okay, good.
Got it?
Got it. All right.
It's easier when you do it with people, for some reason.
That's what I've been hearing all day.
Well, you know, once you get going, it's fine, but some of the things that you would normally say, you when you leave out, so it throws your presentation off.
Yeah.